Hello and welcome to another segment of DSU Inside Perspective. I'm Carlos Holmes, and this is the show where we talk with faculty, staff, students, alumni, guests about some of the things that are going on in the world or some of the great things that are going on here at the Delaware State University. Today we're talking money. We're talking scholarships. And I'm so pleased to have from our Office of Financial Aid Services, Kendrick Joyner.
Thank you for having me.
And Rhonda Holt.
Hello.
And these two individuals are both resource officers, counselors actually. Resource counselors is the title. Resource counselors for that office. And they are the professionals that have the expertise in the scholarships that are available. So now let's talk scholarships. It is now February.
It is.
Okay. What should students be doing if they haven't already done it? What should they be doing to put themselves in the best position for scholarships for the upcoming 2017-2018 school year?
Okay, well, one thing that they actually should have already started is applying for the Returning Student Scholarship. It actually opened up on January the 1st.
Now, what's the name of that again?
It's the Returning Student Scholarship.
The Returning Student?
Yes,
okay.
you can find it on our website. Just log on to the Delaware State website and click on other types of financial aid. Underneath of outside scholarships, the application is right there.
Now, when you say click on the DSU website, yes. Financial aid has its own web page, right?
Financial aid has its own tab on our page.
Okay.
So once you click on the financial aid tab on our page, underneath of other scholarships or outside scholarships, you're going to see the application for that Returning Student Scholarship.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so they should have that filled out.
That needs to be completed before March the 15th. That's the deadline for that scholarship. If they do not complete that scholarship application, then they would limit themselves from the pool of being considered to receive a scholarship.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else that they should be doing? Isn't there some essay that is important?
Well, every scholarship does not necessarily require an essay. However, there are majority scholarships that do require essays. So some easy tips that I normally say for students to do essays is to type up a general essay, basically, describing yourself, saying what your major is, just some brief information that you have, and save that into a Word document. That way you'll have it, because every scholarship has different requirements in their essay depending on what the type of question it is.
Might be different topics.
Yeah, different topics. So then basically what you would do is you would have something to refer back to, because most students freeze up when it's time to think about that essay because they put a lot of thought into it. So that's one easy tip. That way you have something that you can always relate back to, and you can just change and modify depending on what the essay question is.
And we also say we keep it about 250 words. You don't want it to be too extensive or too long.
Okay. And they should have some proofing help, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Always.
Definitely.
Always.
So what are some of the major scholarships that are available out there? We're not going to be able to mention them all here,
Correct.
but I know you've got some predominant ones that you can share with us today.
Well, I'll give you two major ones. One really good one that a lot of our students really take advantage of is Thurgood Marshall. They have a lot of scholarships that they list on their website. It's through the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. You just Google it, and once you Google it, you list underneath of current scholarships what all their scholarships are. There are some that are open right now. They normally have like the Lowe's, the Walmart scholarship. They have some by Coca-Cola. They have some by Pepsi. But the scholarships, each one tells you the dollar amount. The one thing that I like about Thurgood Marshall is they give the students up to $7,200 a year. So once they apply for the scholarship, they can receive a portion for the fall semester and a portion for the spring semester without having to renew it. That scholarship is available. They also have some available for the summer semesters as well as some for the spring semesters for any graduating seniors. So I would encourage them to go online to look at that scholarship to see what they are eligible for to make it fit.
And I would also like to add that we do have a scholarship board that is in financial aid. Right now we are starting to get into scholarship season, so the board is starting to fill up. What some companies will do is send us a copy of the scholarships and ask us to post it in our area. We're located in the Business Administration building on the first floor. Just stop in and look at scholarships. You can take a picture of the actual application online or the website that you will go to apply for the scholarship.
Now, where is the board located?
The board is located right in our lobby area.
Okay. So you got to look everywhere you can for a scholarship, right?
Continually.
Okay. All right. We also have a DSU Foundation.
Correct.
And there are scholarships available through that
Yes.
foundation.
Correct.
Which is technically, even though it's a DSU foundation, it's an outside entity, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. What should students be doing to
Okay,
tap
so
that resource?
the DSU Foundation is through the Returning Student Scholarship.
Okay.
So basically how that works is once the student applies for that scholarship, they're going to get a list of all the eligible scholarships that they may qualify for. I think a lot of students get deterred when they apply for the scholarship and it doesn't tell them that they're eligible to receive anything. But that does not necessarily mean that they will not receive a scholarship. It just means that there's none to fit them at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
But I would still encourage them to still apply for the scholarship because donors are always giving money to help out students. The foundation is a separate entity because the money is given from outside donors. So what the foundation's job is to do is to match the scholarships with the student in the proper area. So that's why they used a scholarship application to make that fit.
Mm-hmm. Now, you already mentioned the March 15th deadline
Right.
for the returning students scholarship application.
Yes,
Did I say it right?
you did.
Okay,
Returning
good.
student scholarship.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, are there deadline issues in connection with the Office of Financial Aid Services that students should be cognizant of?
All of the deadlines, we try to keep all of our deadlines the same. So March 15th is the deadline for everything.
For everything.
Straight across the board.
No matter what day it's on.
Right.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So, when I was talking with Miss Dominique Lawson about FAFSA, we talked about the importance of email, but we might as well broach that subject here because it seems like some students just don't like to use the DSU email account.
That's true.
But it's important.
It's very important.
Why is it important?
The reason it's important is because we are required to contact the student only through their DSU email. So
You're
we
not
cannot
call
contact
them on
them.
the phone?
No, we cannot
You're
email
not
them.
gonna knock on the door?
No. We have to contact them through their DSU email. So if they have an issue with it, because some students do have an issue with saying that they cannot get onto their email, I would encourage them to go to the 3rd floor of the Bank of America building to have their email reset, because that is where all the notifications from the Department of Financial Aid, Department of Student Accounts, anything in the administration building on the 1st floor.
Any university
Correct.
business is going
It's going to
to
go through their
Correct.
My DSU email. So I would
Correct.
encourage them to make sure that that email is up and working.
Okay. Now, you are from where?
Delaware.
You were born and raised here.
I was born and raised in Delaware.
Did you go to Del State?
No,
Where'd you go to school at?
Del Tech.
Del Tech.
Yes.
Okay. And you?
I am from Dover, Delaware. Born in Chester, but raised
Well,
in
now,
Dover,
now,
Delaware.
now we have a minute here because you got some history going for you. Your grandmother.
My grandmother, Pauline Williams LeCompte, class of 1926, actually wrote the alma mater for Delaware State University.
Okay. All right.
Yes, so the school is very important to me.
All right. And if you see her, you might not be seeing her.
I
You
have
gotta-
a twin sister.
Yeah,
Her
twin
name is
sister.
Rosalind. We call her Lisa. But you will see us both normally at basketball games, football games, around campus all the time. She will say hello to you. Sometimes people get us confused, but she'll speak to you and smile and say hi anyway.
Let me. I got a minute here. Do you find students get easily intimidated by the?
I do. For some reason, the administration building does intimidate students, and they come into the financial aid or student service area, and they get just intimidated asking questions. Sometimes they don't understand. Even though they ask the question, they don't understand the answers, and you have to make sure that you understand what we're saying to you, because you have to turn around and call your parent and explain to them what's going on. So we ask that you don't leave until you actually understand what's going on. And if we or one of us have to explain it to you a couple of times, if you still don't get it, we'll approach another person and ask them to come up and explain it, and maybe in a different way you'll catch on. Or sometimes we have had to contact the parent and actually get on the phone with the parent. But because this is your account and you're responsible for the bill, and if you're taking out loans, sometimes the loans are in your name, we want you to understand what you're actually getting into financially.
Okay. Well, I want to thank each one of you for being on the show. Mr. Joyner, Ms. Holt, Thank you so much. Want to repeat it again, March 15th.
Is it
March
part-
15th.
March 15th is the deadline.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And in addition to seeing this on DSU-TV through your residential halls, you can also access this program anytime, or any of our programs at Delaware DSU Inside Perspective, on DSU's YouTube site. All you got to do is just click on it on our homepage. Thank you for being with us today. We're going to come back and talk some more scholarship
All
stuff.
right.
All right.
So in the meanwhile, everyone have a good day.